But we got a Dodge van here. No brakes. Lady said she went to the gas station and that was it. Oh baby. Pedal is on the floor. Oh, we can still stop. Oh, she kidding. Better get the door open. No, I don't want to have to buy a door. The red brake light just came on. She said she checked the brake fluid at the gas station and it was empty. And we have the classic fatal design flaw from Chrysler. Way to go. The brake hose completely rusted in half. Now this can throw somebody for a loop. You look at this brake hose. This thing's mint. I mean, this thing doesn't even have a speck of rust on it. It comes down through here. Same thing on this side. Not a speck of rust. You look at it up here. The brake line looks good. Everybody looks happy. You probably wouldn't give two thoughts to that being a little bit swelled up there towards the top because nothing's rusty. The bracket's not rusty. Nobody's rusty. It doesn't look terrible. But I bet you $10 if we'll go 15 bucks. If we cut that rubber off on the other side, I bet it's going to be all crusty under there. 'Cause that's what happened. This baby got rusty and then she just blew apart. So we're going to get both front brake hoses. Can't get that thing to line up, otherwise we could stick a couple hose clamps on it, send it on its way. But let's cut the rubber off the other side, see what it looks like. I'd go 20 bucks, but sometimes a lot of people watch our videos and I don't have that kind of money. So let's cut this rubber sleeve off without cutting our hand. Always cut towards your buddy, not your body. There we go, or the brake hose. We just cut the brake hose, but we don't care about that because let's get a new one even if I am wrong. For obvious reasons. One of those reasons being the other side blew apart, and the other reason is I'm going at it with a razor blade. Let's get this sleeve off here. Oops. Let's cut outside the lines there, Mr. O. We just want to have a little gander. Is this one as fatally designed as the other side? You bet it is. Look at that. Chrysler's been trying to kill their people. This one's seconds away from blowing also. Enhance. Enhance. So there it is, folks. That thing is ready to cut loose. Look at that. I'll be jiggered. Yep, there ain't much holding on that sucker. We could probably get a pair of pliers and flake off some more of that rust. It would fall right apart. So that can trick you. Tricky little guy. Unenhance. Unenhance. Got some new ones here from Napper. Not a sponsor. Got your 382 520 and your 382 519. So we got a left and a right. Let's see. They're right from the mainland China. Did they change anything in their design? Do the Chinese care any more for us than the Chrysler did? Probably not. Oh, still has that big section of rubber on there, covering up the end, you know, where it's crimped on here like this side. And at a glance, you know, it is fatter up here. So when you look at the original, let's get the one we chopped off. You know, when you're just looking at this thing on the hose and you see that it's puffy, you're not probably going to pay too much attention to it, particularly if the part sticking out of it is not rusty either. So I guess if I owned a Caravan like this style, or that had this style hose on it, you might be inclined to open her up at the top and have a look, because if it's collecting all the salt and debris up in the top and rotting out underneath this nice piece of rubber, it's kind of counterproductive for what the rubber is on there for, which is probably to stop flexing right at the crimp, perhaps. I don't know. I don't know the exact purpose of it, why it's on there, but needless to say, if it blows out and you're coming down a hill, you lose your brakes, and you and your whole family could die. However, thankfully for this lady, for everyone that was riding with her, it didn't happen. She was at the gas station, went to leave, stepped on the pedal, and there we are. Said, hold up, wait a minute, something ain't right. That's what she said. Called us and they had it towed here. Got some hoses. Let's get her. It's kind of ironic though, isn't it, folks? The salt that saves us is also the salt that kills us. Potentially. I mean, nobody died here, let's be honest, but it could have. We're going to give her a little spritz of some penetrating oil. Count to 3. Now that it's penetrated, let's try to crack stuff loose, which should come apart just dandy on this because everything is nice shape, nice and clean. I guess it's technically not the salt that kills us. It's the effects that the salt has on the vehicles that we drive that can get you. And you know, the people kind of whine and complain and cry about the salt, what it does to their car, but I tell you what, those very same people, if it snowed 1/100th of an inch of snow and the towns weren't out there putting down the salt on top of it, they'd be the first ones to be crying. I don't know, whatever. I think they should mandate snow tires, in my opinion. Just back here. Let's mandate snow tires. Learn how to drive. Or not mandate snow tires. I just think they should just use dirt. You know, not dirt, but sand. Isn't that what they use in Pennsylvania? Sand and cinders, stuff like that? I don't know. We get so many frost or freeze and thaw cycles. It does make for a lot of ice on the road, but one of those necessary evils. Come on, you ding dong. Thought I could grab a hold of that sucker down here. Had a pair of vice grips in the hand, so let's see if we can't get it this way. Get it cracked loose out of that bracket. No. No. Come on, break loose, little fella. Usually give them a little poke and out they come. Let's go get a striking apparatus. Typically the brackets are rusted right off it, let's be honest. And then we just zip tie it to whatever we can, but I'm feeling like a real ding dong here. I'm gonna hold on to the bracket like that, and then we're gonna move the line out of the way. Give her a couple little whacks here. Bada bing, bada boom. First try, out she comes. There's that. Now we gotta find out which hose is which, so we get the right one in here. We'll spray some of the schmutz off this. Not too often you unhook a brake line in the great state of New York, especially on an 8-year-old car. Gotta clean some of this crap out here where she was stuck on there. Got a couple flat spots, 2-3 flat spots, and then should be a rounded spot. Yeah, this back corner here is rounded. We got a flat spot here. Not really hitting my target there, fella. Let's see. There's that flat spot here, rounded in the back. So that's what we got to remember. Get some of this good stuff. Dunk dunk. I didn't show you the can. Not enough room. Hose that off. Rounded spot towards the back. We'll end up flipping it around 7 or 8 times before we get it to fit anyways. And it's, oh, first try, fella. Got our brake hose retaining clip on there. Grab the hammer. Tippy tap tap. And then try to get her in without cross threading it. Don't cross thread. This is one thing you don't want to cross thread. At least it's not dripping all over because it's empty. That's good. There's that, like so. Now I want to kind of hold that bracket a little bit. The best that we can. That way we can get our torque wrench here and torque that thing down. Alright, now we can hold that. Get your torque wrench on there. Give her a little bit of a snug. Hopefully this thing is indexed correctly. There we go. Did a couple, 2, 3 clicks on that one. Tweak your bracket back where you want it. Everybody looks good. Let's go down. Get a bucket ready because she's going to pee on the floor a little. We're going to take this banjo bolt out. We're going to have to save that because we need the bolt. We don't need the hose. There's the bad one. Drop that in your bucket, and then there should be a copper ring on here still probably. Yep, there she is. And then, well, that's still flowing out. We're going to get some of the schmutz off it. I'm going to get a dog, and I'm going to name him Schmutzy. My next dog, it's going to be its name, Little Schmutzy. We'll make sure we get the schmoo off this, get her flattened out here. Just using the file because that's what we have in our hands. You do it while the fluid's flowing out, it keeps all the junk from going in the caliper. We'll take our banjo bolt and a couple new copper washers. One on the inside, one on the outside. Line her up just like so. Once we get it there, we're going to snug her up a little bit, then we'll get our torque wrench, obviously, and then torque this down to factory specs. Come back, double check the torque on our brake line nut there. Alright, got that one. What we should have done about 5 minutes ago is to see if the bleeder will come loose. It does look pretty good shape, so I'm not too concerned, but I'm a little concerned, but not real concerned. Concerned I didn't grab the right size, but I did. Boom. She opens. That's good, so we'll leave that like that. I'm gonna go pop the other side on. I need you. Okay?
Okay.
Please and thank you. That's super good, miss. I'm gonna double dip. Okay? I'm double dipping. Well, that one's gonna fall. This is so good. I love working here. It's not so much like the people or the cars or that it pays our bills. It's mostly the cooking. I'm pretty sure that's why this guy hangs around here. Not so much the people or the paycheck, mostly the food. What do you think, Luna? Huh? Is that right, kitty kitty? Yes. Are you ready there, Mrs. O? So we got both. Go ahead, when we're going to push down there, old girl, just go like 3/4 away. Ready?
Yeah.
Down. Up. Okay, just keep pumping it like that. I'm not feeling it push my finger off. I'm wondering if this bleeder's plugged up. Just a second there, old girl. Go down. Up. Usually if you just hold your finger over it, the brake pressure will push it off. Down. Yeah, it's puffing. Up. But this can be a bad way to do it too because it can pull air past the threads. Down. Gotta get close. Up. Down. Up. Down. Up. That's an awful lot of air. Down. Up. down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Just keep doing that cycle. There we go. You can see how the fluid's coming out now. So we just hold our finger over that and it works like a little check valve. The brake pressure overcomes our finger pressure. Squirts out, and then when she lets off the brake it stops. So kind of a quick and dirty way to get some fluid up here. Okay, just a minute. So now that she's off the brakes, we're going to take and close it, and then we'll do it the conventional way here. Let's go get the other side started. That's good. Go ahead and pump them up there, old girl. They start to get a little firmer. Okay, go ahead and hold down. Up. Down. Up, down. Go ahead and let up. Turn your wheels to the right. Down. All right, one more time, let up. Down. Let up. Thanks for all that you do, Mrs. O.
Yeah.
Thanks for cooking for us and loving on us.
Mm-hmm. You and all your personalities, or who?
All my personalities?
Yeah, you said we.
Yes, the people. The people.
People?
Yeah, the YouTube people. You love the YouTube. Don't tell them you don't love them. They'll never watch us again.
I don't love them like I love you.
I know, that's special. That's it, baby. And that's it, folks. Just go through and clean off the brake fluid, put the caps back on the bleeders, get up there, pump them up good, double check all your fittings, you know, at the both ends of the hose connections, make sure they're good. And that's it. Put the wheels on, torque them down, take it for a shake, and you know, call a lady and ship it. So this is one of many design flaws that could be potentially fatal given the right circumstances. There's a lot of stuff that could be, particularly when it comes to corrosion. Unfortunately, this one is kind of worse than some others because it remains hidden. You know, it's behind that rubber sleeve, and at a glance you don't see it. You have to know it's a design flaw and you have to go after it. You know, it's similar to like the rubber, you know, dampener that Honda puts on their axle shafts. You know, it rots right out underneath. That thing looks like $1 million till it breaks in half. And you know, very similar situation here. At a glance, walking by, even to a trained eye, you look at it like, yeah, I mean, it appears fine until you cut it open and see the inside. A little bit like our hearts. They could be. Hopefully your heart's good and you'll go down there in that comment section. Leave us a comment, a question, a concern while you're down there, the Insta, the Facebook. You guys know what to do. And just remember, viewers, if I can do it, you can do it. Thanks for watching.